Hey guys, Suresh here from TMCB. In today's video, let's talk about how to choose the right college for anyone who's passed out their 12th standard or their graduation. So without much further delay, let's directly get into the video. Okay, now how to go about choosing the right college. Usually students or parents who's not got much knowledge about on how to go about choosing the right college is they would usually hear it or they would see some advertisements in TV or one of their colleagues in their office or one of your friends would have told about this college is good and it's the campuses are huge and everything inside there is of next level of technology. Usually that's how people fall for colleges, but that's exactly what you're not supposed to do. Because do not fall for a college by just looking at some advertisements. Do not fall for a college if the campus is just big or if they have ACs in their classroom. There are certain rules and regulations, certain do's and don'ts that you need to keep in mind or follow when you are choosing your college. Now, the first one that I'm going to cover is called UGC, which is a statutory body. It's a government body. What does UGC do is it is a regulatory body which gives certain conditions and terms to colleges in order to follow. Now, what are these terms and conditions is the colleges should have an updated course. Certain colleges might not have updated course. They might have some 10 years old course and things like that. They need to comply with all the conditions implied by UGC. You need to follow certain standards in your college in order to even give admissions. Now, all of these is being taken care by UGC. And also in our India, many government organizations consider only UGC recognized or approved degrees. They do not go for any degrees that is not UGC or even recognized or approved by UGC. Now, this is one thing that you really have to keep in mind. The first thing that you need to check when you're choosing a particular college is you need to know if that particular college is UGC recognized or approved. And how would you do this? Please do not go and check the college website, because majorly the college websites will say that our college is UGC recognized or approved or DEB approved and all of these things. But please don't fall for that, because let's say that even I can open a website and say that I'm running an academy, and even I can put up UGC and say that my academy is UGC recognized, but that's not how it works. So for you to check if that particular college is really a UGC recognized and an approved university or college, you need to head to the official page of UGC, which is ugc.in or .ac. I will put the link in the description. You can just go there and check if your particular university is recognized or approved. Now, this is one major thing that every student have to follow. Please check if your university that you're going to choose after your 12th to do your degree, could be in anything, could be in a BBA, could be a BCom, could be any degrees that you're going to choose regardless of whatever discipline. Please go check if your particular college is UGC recognized. Number two is, in case you're going to take a technical course after your 12th, let's say you're going to take engineering, let's say you're going to take a BCA, let's say you're going to take BSc or any other technical term like diploma, please ensure that your particular college is not just UGC recognized, but also it has to be AICTE recognized. Now, this AICTE recognized is a technical education which implies certain conditions and terms to colleges that provide technical courses. For example, your labs have to be in particular standard. Your labs have to be well maintained, because let's say you're an electrical student of an engineering department and let's say you don't even have a lab, you don't even have the right equipments. What are you gonna learn? So all these things are made and kept in a check by this AICTE department. So please check if your particular college, in case you're taking a technical course, keep in mind that your college should not just be UGC recognized, should also be AICTE. There are certain colleges which gives out in both branches. There are many universities which gives technical and non-technical courses. So in that cases, you might have to see both for UGC and AICTE. Along with these two recognitions, you also need to see certain other accreditations given by government bodies. For example, there is something called NAAC. It's again another body which keeps in check on how the whole standard of the education is. All of these are additional bonuses. The whole reason why you need to check all of these accreditations is in case you're going to apply to a company like Infosys or TCS or any government bodies or any public sector bodies that you're going to apply for a job, all these things are very necessary. The recruiter will check if your particular course and if your particular university is recognized and approved by all of these accreditation, which gives you an added bonus. Especially government bodies, let's say you're going to apply for an IAS or IPS or RBI or any SBI POs or any bank jobs which falls under the government sector. In case you have a degree and if it's not recognized or approved by UGC, you are not even gonna be eligible to apply for that particular examination. So please keep that in mind. Now, a couple of other accreditations that I feel is really important, and I feel that it would have another added benefit to your particular university or courses. It has to be AIU recognized, and it also has to be WES recognized. Now, what does WES stand for? WES stand for World Education Society. Let's say that you finish your education and you want to apply for your job in Canada or any other abroad, your education or your university will be evaluated by these abroad companies or abroad government in order to check if your education is actually worth it. Have you learned the recent skills? Have you learned the recent topics which is relevant to the job that you're applying? All of these things are being checked. Now, this is what WES does. So, in order for your college to be WES recognized, it's really important in case you're applying job in Canada. Now, for Canada, there is this process called WES where you might have to log into the WES website, enter what is the education, what is the course that you have been opted for, and check if your college is actually there registered in WES. If your college is not registered in WES, you don't even get to even apply for those things. So also have a check on that. Most of the universities which is UGC recognized in India are also WES approved and recognized. So that shouldn't be a problem, but it's always better for you to double check. Again, please do not follow the college websites for this, because many college websites say that they are WES, but when you actually go to the WES website and check, the particular college will not be there. So in order for you to check all of these things, please go to the official websites of the accreditation bodies that are giving these things. For example, for UGC, go to UGC. For WES, please go to WES.org. For AIU, please go to AIU website. And for NAC, please head to the NAC. Also, it is always better if your college is in the QS World Ranking. Now, QS World Ranking is a massive thing. You have Harvard to Stanford to MIT to all of these colleges, all of your IITs, all of these colleges are there in your QS ranking. In case, let's say you're not applying for Canada, but then you're applying for Netherlands or Germany or any other country apart from India, this QS ranking actually plays a very vital role. In case your college is on the top 1000 or top 10,000 in the world, you do get an opportunity to apply, and your degree will actually stand above other degrees which have applied and their university is not in the QS ranking. To check, again, head to the QS ranking and follow the year-wise. There are a couple of colleges which will be, under the 1000 rank in the year 2018. But you will be applying for job in the year 2020-22. Now that will not be valid. So when you're checking for these rankings, please check for the current year. You might want to check 2021. You might want to check if you're applying for a 2022 job, or if you're applying for a 2022 job which is after June or July, please check for the ranking details of 2022. If you're going to apply for job in the year 2020-23, please check for the ranking of the year 2023. So these are very important things. Now, this is all for regular students. This is all for students who are trying for a regular universities. Now, how about students who have finished their regular graduation and want to do their post-graduation, but then they are not likely to go to a regular university because they might be working or they might be doing something else which they do not have time, and they want to do it in distance. Now, even for distance, you need to check if your college is UGC recognized. But then this is not a normal UGC recognized. This particular distance education must be UGC-DEB approved. Now, what does DEB stand for? DEB stands for Distance Education Bureau. Now, in case you're going to go and apply to a college which is of a distance education, it should not just be UGC recognized, but it should also be DEB approved, which stands for Distance Education Bureau. In case your college is only UGC recognized and they're giving you distance education, it will not be valid. It will only be valid for regular students. It will not be valid for distance education students. So please make sure that your distance education course and your college is DEB approved. In order to check this, go to UGC and there's a particular tab called DEB. Click on that. You will have again two subcategories. One is ODL and the other is online education. Now, what is the difference between ODL and online education? ODL stands for open and distance learning. For example, IGNO is an open and distance learning. Why do they call it open and distance learning? Because in these universities, let's say you get enrolled, they will only send you books for your own preparation. There'll be no online classes, there'll be no assignments which is being taught to you, no interaction between student and universities. All you'll get is you'll get books, you'll get couple of materials, and then you just have to go write your exam on the examination dates. Now comes online learning. On online learning, you will still get the books, you will still give a distance examination, but along with that, you might also get live classes. For example, Amity Online or Jain Online is a distance education, but they also give you live classes for the particular subjects that you have been enrolled, and they will also let you know about your assignments and how to go about the examinations and all of these things. So it is always better for you to check on what distance education you are choosing. In case you're gonna go and choose education or a university which you just want books and you want to study on your own and give the examination, please go check under the DEB ODL tab. If you want to go for online learning, please go check under DEB online learning. Some of the best universities that I know which has been providing online education is Amity University, Jain, Chandigarh, NMIMS is providing, OP Jindal is providing MBAs. All of these universities for online learnings are really great, but also online learnings are a bit expensive than your normal ODLs, because if you want to do the same BCA or MCA in IGNO, it might cost you less than $1 lakh. But if the same MCA you want to do it in your Amity Online or NMIMS or any other online learning institutes, private institutes, it might cross 1.5 lakh as well. Depending on certain scholarships, you might have some concessions, but if you're not applicable for any of these scholarships and if you're just going to pay the straight fee, then you might have to pay a bit more money. Not a bit more, actually a lot of money when compared to your ODL programs. So this is about the Distance Education Bureau. Please make sure that you check all of these things, because nowadays students are not aware about what are the recognitions and approvals or accreditations that a university should have. They just fall for marketing strategies. Please don't do that. Please check all of your degrees if they're valid. With that, I wish all the best for any of the students who's going to join your graduation or post-graduations. Rock your graduation, rock your post-graduations. With that, I will end today's video. Till then, Suraj here signing off from TMCB. Peace.